Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Showgirls with Whitney and
Eleni. It's
oh
us.
my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
We're giving you a late night podcast.
I feel like our best podcasts are done late night.
Oh, you think?
I don't know. I'm just putting out the good vibes.
Okay, let's do it.
It is pretty late, but you know what? We do what we have to do for the pod. What can I say?
We do. You know, it's a tight turnaround time with these suckers.
Yeah. So I mean, we're in the heat of it, guys. It is all things that have come about these shows that we're watching. So some drama within Traitors, Love is Blind, Bachelor, etc. Of course, we'll be debriefing all of those new episodes this week. I do have some things to say about Blake Lively, unfortunately.
She keeps coming back up.
She keeps coming back up because she's it's really just
it never ends with us.
It never ends with us. And like I'm so what's his name again? I can't believe I'm forgetting it.
I was just about to look it up.
Be.Better.
Be.Better.
I was so crazy yesterday. I was just playing his TikToks on the TV. I was like, let me just screen mirror this.
Let's get on the big screen.
I love watching TikToks together on the big screen. Anyways, before we get into all of the wonderful topics that we are going to be talking about today, let's get into let's clean it up a little bit with our
housekeeping. So if you like the pod, if you love the pod, you need to actually like the pod. Hit that like button, you know?
You need to actually physically like it.
Like it. Comment down below.
5 stars.
Or leave us a review if you're listening on Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music. We are on all of those platforms. We're on TikTok and Insta and Threads. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though we're not very active on Threads.
Is anyone actually using Threads?
I'm confused by how it works. I'll be so real with y'all.
I mean, I used to tweet back in the day. I used to live tweet The Bachelor.
That's what we need to be doing on Threads.
I know. I used to do it all the time just for fun. I would be tweeting the most random things. I'd be like in school and I'll be like, why am I at school? LOL. I'm like, why was I tweeting this?
Oh my God. If I looked at my old Twitter account, it's so embarrassing.
Oh my God.
I was in the thick of it with my first high school relationship.
Oh no. And you were tweeting about it or Facebooking
Oh yeah. We were all on Twitter in those days.
Yeah.
Are doing like those things like, ask me a question and I'll answer it. And it's like an anonymous thing, you know?
Wait. I'm having like I remember Ask FM.
Yes.
You said that. I thought of that. And then I thought about this. I don't know if anyone's going to remember this one. Yik Yak.
The fuck is that?
Do you not remember Yik Yak?
I don't think I used that. What is that?
Okay. So Yik Yak was only
Yakety Yak?
I think it was called Yik. I'm pretty sure, y'all, it was called Yik Yak. It's green. I see it in my head.
Yik Yak, patty whack. Sorry.
I see it in my iPod Touch. Like literally, I see it. It was an app that it was like Twitter. It was a forum of some sorts, but it only applied to the people around you. So if you were, for example, this is when it came in clutch. So back in the day, when our churches would have this big basketball tournament called Winter Youth Rally. And if you know, you know. We would like rent out a whole hotel and it was just Greeks playing basketball. It was just like the event of the year, okay?
Okay.
And people were roasting people on Yik Yak. People were like, did you see Eleni Demas do this? Like it was so exposing and you know it had to be someone at the event because it was like with the location.
Damn, or yeah, but I was not using
people would be like after party on the Atlanta floor. Like it would literally be like that.
It's so funny.
It was so exposing and like so perfect for like that. But like obviously like it probably didn't do well because it's so but when it did work, that shit worked. I know someone remembers Yik Yak, hopefully.
Yeah, no, we were just posting stuff on Twitter, putting stuff on the Ask FM.
The Ask FM of it all was really fun. I miss Ask FM.
That's how I found some tea out about my ex-boyfriend.
Through Ask FM?
I think, or like just a tweet that some girl posted that was like vague, but like I knew it was about him. And I was just like,
oh my gosh.
God, it was rough. Those are rough times.
We used to like Gmail chat.
Gmail?
G-chat. What?
Did you ever use AOL? Were you on AIM?
Oh no, we did not do that. My school was all Gmail. We were G-chatting.
G-chatting is crazy. I've never heard of that in my life.
We were all G-chatting.
I was not using AIM for like my friends because that was like middle school.
Yeah.
I was like on AIM talking to like strangers.
Or Omegle.
What is it? Omegle? Omegle.
Oh my
It's
Omegle.
Omegle. Okay, people.
I'm pretty sure it is Omegle, but I think I say Omegle.
Yeah.
I would literally, that was such a fun activity as a child.
I wasn't talking to strangers. I was using like the beta AI, like when you can talk to the robots on AIM. Actually, you said you don't use it. So, but
no, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. You were talking to non-existent things. I loved Omegle, especially at a sleepover.
Was like so strange.
Oh my gosh, I saw so many dicks. I was like, oh my God, I'm 12.
I actually never saw any.
I was like, I'm 12. This is crazy.
I would just talk to like funny people.
Yeah.
I would have funny combos.
We would have like crazy
Actually, that's
things.
because I didn't use the camera. I would never do the camera.
Oh.
Because my mother taught me correct.
You only do the camera when you're with friends. That was my thing. Like, I would never do that alone. That's so weird.
Yeah, it's very strange.
But the chatting is so funny. Like, was it like the catchphrase "talk to strangers"?
Yes, literally. That was it.
That's so interesting. Yeah, no, I don't know how we got into this, but the old forums. What about the old
Wait, before we keep going.
Wait, sorry.
This was a tangent off of our housekeeping. So keep listening and enjoying us and do all the things that you need to do and share the pod with everyone because we're such a good time.
Maybe we'll join
You're just gabbing with the gals. So like, comment, subscribe, and we'll really appreciate it. Thank you. Anyway, continue.
Amazing. I'm trying to think of the it was before Vine. It was called cinematography or something like that. And yes, I had it. I literally had this.
Is this something that was like to share with other people? Or it's just an editing
it was
thing?
A forum of like, it was Vine. It was like before Vine. And then it was Vine. And then it was TikTok.
Wasn't there Musical.ly in between there?
Musical.ly was like with
it was
the
before TikTok.
Yeah.
Like it was that before it was TikTok.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I took it hard I took it so hard when Vine got canceled that I didn't get a TikTok until I'm trying to think. It was after the ship. It was because I remember we were posting TikToks and on your because I didn't have a TikTok. So it's
I didn't have a TikTok until
the ship. Okay.
So
yeah, I resisted it. I resisted it. I was in memoriam for Vine.
Actually, no, I did have a TikTok during COVID. I used it like once to do a makeup tutorial.
Yeah.
Or transition, but then I never used it again.
I held off as long as possible, but I'm glad to be here on TikTok.
I'm
here to stay.
Everyone joins eventually. That's when it's strange.
And also my ex was like really against TikTok too, so we both were like really against it.
Yeah, same.
I'm sure he doesn't have one still, but like in our last year together, I downloaded it and he was like, I can't believe you did that. And I was like, whatever. I'm just a girl and I'm bored.
We're just girls who need entertainment. Okay.
Yeah, like
I was gonna say something. Oh, yeah. Vine. There was a guy that was Vine famous at my college.
Oh, which one?
I think he's like in LA now, still making videos. I don't know his name. Tall black dude. But
no, what's his name with the bob?
I just know that he like gave me eyes one day when we were crossing paths.
Oh, he's not gay.
No.
Oh.
No. He's a very straight man.
Oh man, I love Vine. I had one Vine that went viral. It's me and my cousin Alexis. And it was like, I don't know how to describe. Actually, I probably shouldn't describe it because it's kind of weird, but it went viral.
All of our weird stuff
like
went
it's
viral.
Really weird. If I were to explain it, I think people would be like, wait, what?
No, it's fine. It's
so like
fine.
It was like me being like, what's inside my what's inside? And it was just my belly button. And then like I like zoomed in and then it made this like weird sound and then it turned into my cousin like in a wig. Like I told you it's gonna sound weird. I told you, and
it sounds funny.
The concept was funny. I wonder if I could do it on TikTok in a way, but it's kind of dead.
That's
bring
okay.
It back?
That's okay. We've all had our eras. There's a whole era of me that no one will ever know, but I had a lot of subscribers on YouTube.
What about Video Star?
I think I used that maybe like once or twice.
I used it too much.
It's just to make videos, right?
Music videos?
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I sent my friend a video the other day that we did back in high school. I was like, oh my God.
I did one, Beauty and the Beat, Justin Bieber, Nicki Minaj. I did that one in the span of like 3 months.
Oh my God.
And I take pride in that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I'd be like different people in my life were in it. And it's a great
Do you
memory.
remember I'm talking about my video I made. Do you know the song "Ain't Nobody Fucking With My Click"?
Yeah, click.
Yeah. That was like a song that me and my old friends, like we were like a group and we called ourselves the Click. And that was like our theme song.
We were so
and so we made a whole video at the mall of like just
ain't
doing
nobody fucking
stupid
with my
stuff.
Click.
Yes.
Click.
That Click is disbanded. Okay.
Oh, you're not friends with them?
No, because that was my ex-boyfriend who cheated on me with another girl in our clique.
What's she doing now?
I don't know, but
sleeping
live your
with
life.
Someone else, sleeping with.
I think she has a boyfriend. So, hey, look at me. I'm sad and alone.
Hey, JoJo Siwa said it.
Come as a bitch. Okay. Oh my God. Anyway, enough about us. I have nothing to say about my life.
What?
We're just in shambles over here.
Yeah, we're kind of in shambles.
Truly, reality TV is the only thing keeping me going right now.
I had a really rough day yesterday because I finished my book and I finished Younger.
Yeah, I'm finishing all the series. I finally finished How I Met Your Mother. I mean, I've watched the whole series before, but I like put off watching the last episode for like a month.
You're so funny for that.
I just hate finishing series, like because I feel like they're my friends. I have to let them go.
I'm so upset about Younger. I mean, I know that she was gonna end up with Josh.
I was so happy. I forgot that's how it ended. So I saw it, it was like 3 a.m. and I was like crying and I was like, this is perfect.
I was crying because her and Charles broke up.
I'm sorry, but by the end, I'm not Team Charles. I'm sorry.
He looked horrible at the end, but still hot. But like,
he's going through it.
Why? Was he sick?
No, I just mean in the show.
Oh.
I don't know about his real life.
I was like, I thought you said he was like gonna have cancer or something, and I've been like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, that'd been so bad.
No, that's crazy.
I'm like, he looked horrible. Another thing about Younger is that Charles is like Jesse Palmer. Like he literally is.
Please don't compare Charles to Jesse Palmer.
Please, I'm begging you, put a side to side up. Please. And don't pick weird pictures.
I'm not going to choose weird pictures.
Okay. Pick like normal, like.
But y'all tell us who looks better. It's Charles.
Okay, yes, we all know.
Like Jesse's like more of a bear. Charles is more of like.
He's tall.
He's like a giraffe. He's like a.
He's big and tall.
You know?
And perfect.
He's a bit more lean. Like Charles is what I like.
I feel like they're like kind of the same. He's big. He's built.
He's built, but he's like lean built. You know what I'm saying?
So is Jesse.
Jesse is, if you look at Jesse, he's actually like.
Don't talk about his belly. It's cute.
That was not me, his belly at all. I think he's just like wide. He has a wide berth. I don't know. Girth? I don't know. The chest is very wide. Like that part. He's like, it's giving more of the guy from The Incredibles. The dad.
Okay, that's really crazy.
It's not crazy, guys. Take a look at his full body and you will see that his upper half is bigger than his bottom.
But I feel like Charles is like that too. I don't even
Charles know. Have you not seen him shirtless? Were you not? I have a clear picture in my mind of that
girl.
man
I have a very clear image in my mind of Charles.
And he's just like all one.
This man's actual name is I'm dead.
We don't know his actual actor name. It'll be here with this picture.
Oh my gosh. So funny. Anyway, so it was really depressing. I finished that. I finished my book. I put off my book. I had 2 chapters left. I put it off for like almost a week. And I said, you know what?
It's gotta end.
It's gotta end. And it ended. I think I should have just finished it when I did, because when I picked it back up, it was like in the height of the scene where she was like, I'm about to kill him. And I'm like, wait.
Don't tell me. I'm planning to read it when I get it off of the hold.
Please read that book. I swear to God.
Right now, I'm still just having to read my fluff books right now.
I guess I'm due for a fluff because I read something so graphic and so alarming.
Oh God, that's what I'm reading?
I told you, it's like Saw. With a little bit of love.
Okay.
It's like The Bachelor meets Saw.
That's crazy.
A weird sentence.
Okay. Do you have anything else to add?
Sure.
I want to get into like we have a lot. I have
a lot to add, actually.
Girl, get through it.
Okay. What else do I have to say?
I don't know.
All right, I guess we can move on.
Is there more?
No.
There's
no more.
The only thing I'll say about my week that really was almost my 13th reason is I told you about the hot guy I matched with, actor dude.
Oh, yeah.
You helped me craft a message.
Oh, I have a lot more to say. Sorry.
Anyway, so I matched with the guy. We crafted a message and I sent the message and I was like, this is great. This is perfect.
I thought it's funny because I didn't think it was that great.
I mean, out of all the options, I think that was the best we could have done.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't giving us much.
He unmatched me. I was like, oh, I don't even see him on my options at all.
We already picked the wedding venue. Fuck.
Truly. And I was like, well, shit. Like, am I that ugly, guys?
We should watch the interview now then.
Yeah, we should watch. There's an interview on YouTube, and I tried I'm usually that girl that will go deep diving in on people.
You saying that,
but I said,
laughing.
Let me control myself.
Yeah,
now I don't have to.
I was supposed to go on a date
I'm gonna leave
on
a comment.
Thursday.
Dislike the video.
I can't believe you unmatched with you. That's rude.
Rude.
And that was a good thing. Though.
It was probably like, oh my god, I didn't mean to swipe. What is it? Right on her. No. I do that sometimes. Like sometimes Bumble's really easy. Like you might just you try to scroll down, but you end up swiping to match with them, and you're like, fuck. So I was like, I didn't even know why he was in my presence anyway. I was like, are you sure you meant to choose me? Clearly not.
These men.
Crazy.
I was supposed to go on a date on Thursday.
Did you ever hear back from him?
No.
That's the other thing. It's like, okay, we are putting in the effort. We are sending the messages like we're supposed to. And then they fucking flop.
I actually barely did anything, but he was just, it was like good banter. He was like, I've been to Greece and I've never seen you. And I was like, you could see me here. And he was like, great, I'll see you here. I'll see you here on Thursday night. Like gave the place, gave the day. And I said, sure. And then he said, give me your number so I can text to confirm the day before and make the res. And I sent him my number. Crickets.
And he didn't send you his number, right?
No. And I'm not going to fucking text him. I look back and I was just like, I don't know if I really liked him. So and also I wasn't in the space to, I was watching Younger. Like I had to finish my book. Those things I cared far more about than this date.
Yeah.
No offense.
No,
no offense to Armenian man, but I just couldn't.
I just think that apps are fucking pointless now.
Well, and I want to segue because Greer, first off, I thought Greer was like hacked last night because she put a bunch of people in a text thread, like a huge group thing, and said, hey everyone, download Friends for Friends. I was telling you about this app last night, right?
No.
Oh, I don't know who I was telling. Maybe no one.
You were in my head yesterday.
Yeah.
So.
I swear I texted someone about this. Anyways, I was like, what is this app? And apparently like your friends have to like vet the person before you meet them, or you can send people like how I always say, oh, I wish I could send you my person that I just saw.
Okay.
And like, it's that. I haven't really explored it, but guys, apparently we're supposed to be getting this app. So everyone download the app right now while we're talking. It's called Friends. I think it's called Friends for Friends. And then I asked Greer, I was like, and then she put it on like her close friends. I was like, Greer, are you getting paid for this?
Was she?
She said no. And I was like,
why is she so big on it?
She just says it's really great. And she's like, it's better than Hinge. She's like, I'm fucking tired of Hinge. I'm fucking tired of these apps.
Is it working for her then?
Well, she said the more people on it, the better. So we need to like spread the word to the girls.
But I get my question is it like your friends that you're recommending to other people?
You're going to have to ask Greer. She's the ambassador.
Because I have no friends, so I'm no help.
Well, maybe it's not good for you. No kidding. I actually don't know. But anyways, I'm supposed to alert that to the masses.
All right. Friends for Friends.
Friends. I think it's called Friends for Friends.
We're totally making
If it's not called Friends for Friends, then please disregard.
Please disregard.
Okay. Some news. Some sad news. Our ice princess.
Yes. Sad news. Michelle. Trachtenberg. Miss Michelle, our ice princess, who when I watched that movie, I wanted to become an ice skater.
You best believe I threw the rugs up. I put my slippiest socks on and I was out here a figure skater.
Yeah.
Flipping, twisting.
I did none of that. I just had a Barbie ice skating game and I kept on playing it.
I was physically doing the actions. I was doing the turns in the air. and I would land gracefully.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be an ice skater so bad.
I mean, those Disney movies really made me want to do so many things.
I know.
Pixel Perfect. I asked my family for a guitar for Christmas because I wanted to be a guitar player.
Oh my gosh.
After that movie.
Inspired.
I was.
High School Musical altered my brain chemistry as a child.
Oh yeah. That and That's So Raven. The way I wanted to be that girl so bad.
Oh.
Undercover Superstar. I thought it was real. I thought they would come to my school one day.
Anything Hillary Duff. I was like, damn, I'm about to be Cadet Kelly.
I was like, where is my Gordo?
Yeah. I was like, he's ugly, but I love him.
Yeah.
I was convinced that he was hot. I was convinced.
Yes. Alas, unfortunately, she has passed away. Very close to us, which is kind of strange when you think about it, you know?
In New York.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What was her... Why did she pass away?
She had a liver transplant recently, and there were like complications. And so it was like from a... I'm not entirely sure. I could be wrong. I think it was maybe
she was with her mom though, right?
Like her mom came over and found her.
I guess she lives here. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
So many famous people live here and just...
Yeah. Sad. But you know who used the situation and kind of, you know, had to say her piece about it.
Oh my gosh.
And you know, some people are saying like, oh, you kind of made this moment yours. Miss Blake Lively.
Blake Lively, what are you doing? She makes this long... Well, she was silent for days.
Well, she hasn't spoken out at all since the big ruckus with her and Justin.
Yeah, she has been silent, as she should. But she made the story, basically, it was her and Michelle from first day on set for Gossip Girl. I forgot how many things she was in. She was so good in Gossip Girl. I loved her in Gossip Girl. Anyways, she was saying like how she like loved working with her and was like seemed like a nice post. But ended up
that like someone close to her, that was like friends with Michelle was like, yeah, her and Blake were not close friends at all. Like they were just basically like coworkers.
In fact, I don't even think
Michelle didn't even follow Blake on
Instagram.
So and she follows all the other people.
Yeah.
She follows all of the other people from Gossip Girl. So
So you tell me, riddle me that. Which brings me to my next segue into more Blake Lively stuff. I guess a small update about the Deadpool. Never death.
It's more about like Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, but they're connected. So
yeah, the two of them are a unit. You know.
Also, they were married on a plantation. That's new news to me.
You didn't know that?
I did not know that.
Like that was like something that they were like controversial. Like they've been dogged on it before.
Oh, that was so new to me.
Like
I thought
before any of this Justin stuff happened, that was something that like has been brought up before.
Okay, well, if you didn't know, now you know, and if you did know, it's a reminder.
Yes. So the red flags are already there. But yeah, so Be.Better, TikToker. He comes with all the receipts with every
We're
single
at part 10.
thing. He
We're
is
at part
digging through, finding everything.
He has like folders that have pictures on it, and it's all
I am a bit
organized.
worried for the environment with his work. Like we could put this all on an iPad. I'm just saying.
He prints out everything. Like he's wasting so much paper.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a waste.
I mean, yeah, it's keeping us entertained. But he found out that like on the set of Deadpool 2 or whatever, when Ryan started being like the one that was directing it or whatever, producing it, they had like a stunt person who wasn't actually a stunt person. She was just someone who drove motorcycles. Mm-hmm. And they wanted her to do this scene where it's a person driving a motorcycle and they wanted her to wear a wig instead of a helmet, which is already crazy.
Wig.
And she normally drives 200cc motorcycles, but for this, they wanted her to drive a 900cc motorcycle. And she wasn't a stunt person, so she didn't have the proper training. But they're like, oh, it's fine.
And no helmet.
No helmet. Wear this wig so you look like the part. They could have put a helmet on it. It's fine.
Yeah.
And it ended up that, unfortunately, the woman passed away from an accident that happened on set when they were trying to film this.
Yep.
And they like Ryan paid a bunch, or like the company paid a bunch of money just to keep it hush hush.
Yeah.
But it's come out that this happened.
Yeah.
And, you know, It's like Ryan is judging Justin for his takes on what he's doing, directing his movie, when like, Ryan, you're not doing great on your end either. So like, you're literally making a person lose their life. So that's very unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, like literally a life was lost. What? Like, are we well? I mean,
there's just so much stuff going on with all these people in Hollywood, okay?
And I did not know Colleen Hoover is not just working on Verity, but she's doing
3 other books.
Reminders of him. I forgot the other one. But I'm just like, what? And then apparently Colleen Hoover was like, yeah. I don't know. I was on set like 2 times, so I don't, for It Ends With Us, referring to that. She was like,
she's trying to take herself out of the equation now.
Yeah, and I was like, but you were so opinionated, kind of low-key siding with Blake.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's being real quiet.
Yeah.
Also, one more thing to add. He did touch about Nick Viall and how he's just an idiot. And I just have to agree with it. I think Nick Viall needs to be silenced. I think the man does not need a microphone. His interviews are bad. His podcast is bad. Every time I listen to it, I feel stupider.
That's very opinionated.
It is because I'm so tired. I think I literally was a listener.
The thing is, like, I did enjoy Nick's podcast at first, but now I just feel like he's sometimes
stupid stuff.
He just thinks too highly of his own opinion, and thinks that he's the one that's has the correct, and like, you know what I mean? He'll like act like he hears other people's opinions, but really he just wants his to be like the one
that's what I'm
finishes.
Saying. Like, he doesn't even have
a
conversation.
He has to have the last word, you know, because it showed. Be Better pulled up a clip from him interviewing Justin, which I didn't even know that he had an interview with Justin Baldoni, and you can kind of see like how Justin's trying to be like, you know, his whole thing with like feminism and like, you know, like males needing to look at themselves and be like, what am I doing in these relationships? You know, whatever. I don't know what it was exactly, but Nick was like always trying to be like, well, what about this? You know what I mean? And I'm just like, can you just be like, okay, I hear you. Like, why do you always have to say something in the opposition, you know?
Yeah. Him siding with Blake was like it for me. Like, after that, I was just like,
yeah.
You look
it's rough. I mean, the only thing is like he gets so many good guests, especially when it comes to reality TV. So that
it's like
I
we
really
do
just
watch.
skip to like him interviewing people.
But even the interviews are not that good. Like, I'm just like, why is he good? Like, what's the I mean, he was good at a point. Like, I used to listen, but it's just like the only time I do listen is like when you have it on. Like, I'll listen and see what the person has to say. But like, I never enjoy what
it's
he has to say.
It's just not what it used to be. I just think he's gone. His head is in a different place now. Anyway, enough about him. We're giving him too much airtime. Let's move on to like the drama that's occurring in these reality TV shows. So first up is Danielle, Miss Danielle from the Traitors.
Shaking, pouting, crying.
Miss Dramatic. I can't stand her. I don't think anyone watching this show is supportive of Danielle.
I think she might be the most hated player in Traitors history.
Probably.
I mean, there's 3 seasons, but I feel like I can say that.
Yeah.
Because we loved Phaedra. We loved Pavarti. We love Rob, Bob. I mean, we didn't love Rob, but like,
he was playing the game. And he knows how to play the game.
Yeah.
Properly.
Bob, yeah.
Miss Danielle over here. I don't know what she's playing.
Carolyn.
But apparently she's breaking the rules. She is breaking the rules, allegedly.
Suspect.
It's come out from like Chriselle,
Rumor.
Carolyn, interviews and stuff that like she had told Brittany that she was a traitor. And also she had during the show, she would swear on like her grandchildren's lives that she is not a traitor, that she is a faithful. Like she is like, that's pretty dramatic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Bob being like, I swear to God, like obviously like he's not religious, so it doesn't, you know, doesn't amount to anything. But to be like, let me swear on people in my actual family.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I am not lying. Like, okay, girl, you don't need to commit to the bit that hard.
Yeah, like I feel like, I don't know, it's hard to say because it's like when you're in that secluded castle and like you're in Scotland, just like I can see you getting carried away with it, but then you see other players not being carried away with it. So I'm just like, some people are really taking it and some people aren't.
But mostly it's the Danielle telling Brittany that she's a traitor. Like if she knew that, you know, for a while.
It makes sense.
Like you're not supposed
and also
to do
like
that.
I feel like Brittany was not surprised that much when like she was exposed
Yeah,
to
she was really
Danielle.
like, yeah, I'll be a traitor. Let's
she was like,
do it.
oh, it's Danielle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll be a traitor with you. It was like, I felt like that whole thing was, now hearing the news, I'm like very much so now. I'm like looking at it like, wow, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If it's true.
Honestly, I feel like we should just get into Traitors and then we'll just talk about the drama and Love is Blind.
Let's talk about it.
So yeah.
I mean, yeah, it started with that. So beginning of Traitors, we have, and I think this is the second to last episode, or
I think there's like 2 episodes left.
2 more episodes after this one.
I really don't know though.
Something like that. We're at the end. And it starts with obviously Danielle asking Brittany, will you be a traitor with me? Brittany's like, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then they go to the cast. What do they call
turret.
The turret. And they decide who to kill. They're like, it's either going to be Ivor, Tom Sandoval,
or Gabby.
They pick Tom Sandoval.
It's so sad.
His
entertainment.
His exit was brilliant.
This man is so delusional, and I'm so here for it this context.
Yeah, he starts laughing immediately when he sees the thing on the chair.
He's like, I knew it.
I knew it. He's like, who's the biggest threat to the game? Me. So I knew it was coming. And I had such a wonderful time, and I played the game so well, and I think it's really cool that I made this fucking far.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was really cool.
So cool.
I was so cool, and I forgot the last sentence. It was so funny. I posted the meme on my story.
He said, overall, I was a pleasure to work with.
I was a pleasure to work with. And you know what? He was.
He was
so entertaining. I'm so sad that I
so sad he's gone.
Yes.
You know who was happy though? Dolores.
So weird that
but
whole
I'm like,
battle.
girl, I hope you realize that you're an idiot thinking that he was a traitor.
I fear that Dolores doesn't know how to play the game. I
fear that Dolores is just literally just swimming around. She's just floating around. She doesn't know what's happening ever.
I actually can't believe she's like made it this far.
Simply because she's so unaware.
I feel like always one housewife makes it like a little bit farther than they need to.
Yeah. She's the one. I mean, they'll take her to the end if they can, the Traitors, because she's so dumb. Team Danielle. And I hope she's watching this back and be like, oh my God, I was an idiot.
She's such an idiot.
Because the choices she was making,
were crazy. So anyways, we see that Tom gets sent home. Now the group activity was like really interesting because it was all like, well, I guess.
Everyone was basically trying to earn the most money, and there's like 3 challenges, and they'd have to earn money, and the person who got the most money becomes the seer. And the seer gets to ask, who are you a traitor or a faithful to one person? And so
but this happens after the round table.
Yeah, they'll get to be a seer after the round table happens.
After the round table
that night.
Which we were like, oh, this is gonna be such a fun round table, but
yeah, because we were hoping the seer was before the round table to make things more
interesting. This is a whole new element to us. We were not prepared.
Yeah. But basically, we don't want the traitors to win that, because if they get to be the seer, then it doesn't help anybody. Mm-hmm. And I was really hoping that Gabby or Dylan would win.
Or someone, yeah. Not Danielle or not Brittany.
Yeah, just not Danielle or Brittany. Because before the challenge even started.
Or really Dolores.
Brittany and Danielle are like conspiring to get Gabby out. They want Gabby to go because Gabby is on to Danielle. Gabby is trying to tell people like it's Danielle, obviously. Mm-hmm. And Dylan's like conflicted because he's like, I love Danielle as a person, but like she is being shifty.
It's like he was never really close to Gabby, but he just like knows the facts.
Yeah, and I'm like, bro, just stick to the facts. Stick to the facts. And then Dolores is like, oh yeah, I'm not voting for you, Danielle. Never.
Yeah, she like loves her.
So then they do the challenge, and it's kind of like based on luck. Like
the clowns are back out.
The clowns are out. They had to pop balloons, and they had to pull the string on the babies.
His outfit was so cute.
Oh my God, he was so camp. I love
it. Was so funny. I just loved it.
It's perfect.
He's perfect to me.
But unfortunately, like Gabby and Dylan had like $0 through like 2 of the challenges because they kept failing. And it was only like the last challenge where everyone had a fighting chance to get money.
Yeah.
Really. But we don't know who won.
And we still don't know who. The thing about this episode was like too many cliffhangers for me.
A lot of cliffhangers. And I'm like, no, I need an answer.
Yeah.
But Danielle was getting all of the money. So I'm really scared that she's the one that's going to get to be the seer. And I'm like, I swear to God, if they let Danielle like keep winning this and she actually wins this show, we will all as a nation be pissed off. We're already pissed off enough with who won something already in this country. Okay, we can't have Danielle too.
We cannot have Danielle win.
But yeah, so then after that, everyone's talking to each other again, and like Brittany's stressed out because she's hearing that like, because Dylan, I never really understand why Dylan does this, but Dylan like says straight to the traitor's face, like, "Oh yeah, I think you might be a traitor or someone else." Like, I guess that's a tactic you can use, but then I feel like that's giving them too much information. Is that just me? Like, I feel like I just wouldn't say who I'm voting for.
I know.
I just would want them to be on their toes and not be prepared for the night. I want them to be shook when I come in there and throw you and say you're the traitor, and they won't be prepared to have an argument.
An argument. I know. I think when it's just such a little group now, like I don't know if they care. I don't know.
I guess, but I would literally just be like, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Plain and simple. But maybe that's why he's gotten so far, because he's been so honest.
Because he's been honest. That's how he plays the game.
Yeah. So
he has to win. Him or Gabby have to win.
But yeah, so then Danielle's like talking to Brittany, like, Dylan's going to vote for me. Like, we got to figure out what to do. So then Brittany's freaking out. She goes to Ivar and she's like about to cry. And Ivar's literally like, girl, this is just a game. Calm down.
Yeah, he like had to center her.
And I literally was like, why is Brittany crying? Like, girl, calm down.
She seems like so like... So I think also she feels like she really owes it to Danielle because she did her so dirty on Big Brother.
What happened?
I don't really know.
I think she anything about this show.
I think she like voted her off or something. Like she left and like I don't know. I don't know the details, but apparently she did her dirty.
It's just a game.
But it is just a game. But Danielle took it really hard because remember in the beginning of the season at Traitors,
they were like not even.
They
close.
like made up. They had like a conversation. She was like, "You really pissed me off when you did that." And Brittany's like, "Can we just have like a clean slate?" And now they're like besties. So I don't know.
Yeah,
weird.
But the round table happens. Danielle is gunning for Gabby. Gabby is gunning for Danielle. And
Gabby did so well.
Gabby is so good in an argument. Okay,
she's so good.
She knows what to freaking say. She will not back down. You will not. Danielle was trying to be like, I don't like. Basically making it seem like, oh, you're just the girl next door. You're so sweet. Like, people think that you're dumb. And I don't know what she said. Oh, Danielle was like, I think you're smart. Like, kind of being condescending in a way, the way she was saying it. And Gabby was like, I don't think I'm dumb. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, I may have, like, not been the most vocal person in the beginning. I may have kept to myself, but it's not because I didn't know what was going on. Like, Gabby has literally been intuitive for this whole thing.
And also, like, the only argument she has was, like, that she wasn't close to everyone and not getting to know everyone. But I was like, that's just a girl's girl.
Yeah.
That's just a girl. Like, I literally
girl.
have to find enemies and best friends all in one day.
Yeah. And
like, it's so hard to be a girl.
I just think Gabby kind of ate her up, you know? She was not. And she's been doing that from the jump. From the first time we saw her on our screens, having to go in on Clayton when he was being an idiot, saying he loved two girls, and then breaking up with them at the same time.
Yeah, no.
She said, I'm going to put you in your place.
She was so good.
She continues to do so.
And she did it on Traitors. Another argument that I love that she did was like, Danielle keeps like saying, why would I vote for Boston Rob if he was a traitor? Like, I voted for him twice. And then Gabby was like, so did I. That was like one of my favorite moments because you could just tell Danielle was like, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they go and they do the vote. And this one had me kind of shook because we were like, it's between Gabby or Danielle. Not one vote for Gabby.
Oh, you're so right. Yeah, because Dolores out of nowhere was like, you know what? It could be a guy. I think it could be Ivar because he's just acting like he's such a faithful.
When she did that, we were screaming.
I was like, girl, what? And so I think Danielle was like, you know what? Let's go with that. Let's run with that because I don't want to vote Gabby because then I seem suspicious, which is a good plan from her.
She's grasping at straws at this point.
She's grasping.
So it's either Ivar or
because it was 3
Danielle?
votes for Ivar, 3 votes for Danielle, and it was like a tie. So then they had to vote again, but Ivar and Danielle are excluded. And you see everyone's vote except for who? Dylan's again?
Brittany's.
Yes, and Brittany, I don't know what she's voted for because they left us on a cliffhanger, but it made it seem like, because she said that I looked at Dolores, Dolores looked at Danielle and nodded her head.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if Brittany interpreted that as like, I'm voting for Danielle.
No, or that was her.
But because it seemed like Brittany, she was like shit when she saw that Dolores still voted for Ivar. And so she was like, I don't know what she wrote down, but I think she could have voted for Danielle.
Listen, I hope she voted for Danielle.
I mean, my God, I hope so, but I don't think
she did. And then we'll find out who the seer is. It was a good episode. It just was too many cliffhangers for me.
I know. I needed to know something.
I needed to know like what Brittany said.
Oh, what her vote
was.
Yeah. But we will see in a whole other week.
Oh my gosh.
I can't wait for the reunion.
I'm just so done with the antics of Danielle in general.
I'm so tired of looking at her.
I truly think she is like one of the most like controversial players, but also just like not liked player.
Yeah. And that's why I do believe that she did something like to cheat the game. Like, I was just way too.
She's also just annoying, and she shakes.
Doing too much.
She's like a chihuahua. She's like a chihuahua.
I feel like she could only win people over by doing something that's not fair in the game. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep. She's fucking everyone over. Chihuahua, shaking, lying.
And I'm sorry, when someone compared her last week with that hat on and her hair is a frizzy mess to E.T., when
that's
E.T.
crazy.
was wearing the girls' clothes. I'm sorry, but they look just alike, okay?
Yeah.
Dying.
That's the memes.
I can't unsee it now.
The memes are so funny. Continue with the memes. That's like one of my favorite things about this show, because a lot of people who don't watch reality watch Traitors. So this might be your first time listening to podcasts, and because we're covering Traitors, because I know a lot of people that like don't watch reality, but for some reason
Traitors is kind of accepting to all.
Yeah, because it's like
it's more about a game. It's not really you don't have to know who these people are.
You don't have to really know these people all, because some people are literally like, who's Tom Sandoval? And I'm like, bro, what do you mean who's Tom fucking Sandoval? Scandoval? Like, you don't know your history? Even if you didn't watch Vanderpump Rules, like, you know the fucking lore. I mean, you know that this man is crazy. Like, just little things like that. Chriselle, like, how do you not know Chriselle? Selling Sunset.
Well,
Gabby Wendy.
Yeah.
Dylan Efron, no one knows him, but we love to see him.
No one knew him, but now we all love that man.
Fuck Zac Efron.
Sorry, but
fuck him.
I haven't been about Zac Efron for a while.
No, just kidding.
When he broke up with Vanessa, it was game over for me. I don't know who broke up with who, actually.
10 years ago. But
like, that's
but
literally when I stopped.
We're still holding the grudge.
After 17 again, actually. That's when I was done. Like, he was at his peak then. He did Hairspray, right?
Oh,
and
my God.
I don't know which came first.
Clark and,
but that's the pinnacle for me. And I don't need anything else after that.
The Greatest Showman?
No. Because I personally didn't like The Greatest Showman.
I thought he was good in it.
I don't like movie musicals.
Yeah, but
besides Hairspray.
Hairspray is one of the best movie musicals.
There's just some movies I don't think should be in musical format.
Like what?
Like The Greatest Showman, like La La Land. Like, I hate those. I love the music separately, but I don't like it in a movie form.
I think did I tell you I recently watched La La Land for the first time?
Oh.
On the plane?
No.
Yeah, I did.
What'd you think?
It was all right. I cried.
Like, I would have liked the story without all this. We
didn't need
musical.
Well, because I'm just thinking to myself, they don't sound good.
Right. Exactly.
So therefore I don't care.
Exactly.
I'm like,
and it was really long.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
I picked it because it was like the perfect for the flight I was on.
Yeah.
I was like, if I start it right now, it'll be done by the time I land. So I hunkered down, I put my headphones in, and I watched the whole thing. I was like, I'm just going to stop watching Crazy Rich Asians. I can't stop watching that. I'm like trained every time I get on a plane.
You watch that?
I've watched that movie.
That is so funny. Have you read the books?
No.
Oh my God, you should read the books. There's a whole series. It's great.
I love that movie on the plane. I don't know what about it on the plane. It hits different up in the air.
Wow.
Try it.
I don't pay enough money to have screens. All the flights I've taken recently have no screens. Okay.
Well, you also probably have a small plane because
that as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, to Atlanta, we always get the full screen, baby. Big screen TV.
Oh my God, we're so off topic.
We're
anyway,
so off topic.
Let's get into the next reality TV show.
John and Chu.
He was the director, right?
Oh, Crazy Rich
Asians. Yeah. The next big thing with a bunch of drama coming out of the show is Love is Blind with these basic ass biddies on this show.
I'm so done with this season.
That are honestly not surprising me with what's going on. First thing that's come out is that Mr. Alex, he is now having
my God.
Trigger warning, I guess. He's what am I trying to say? There are now sexual assault allegations against him that have come out that have happened in the past. The allegation
with
my God,
not just like, I mean, this is always makes it worse for me.
It's minors. With minors, yes.
That is, I don't like. I want to hope it's not true,
but it is. It literally is. There is factual evidence. There's of him himself sending text messages saying that.
And this is why I'm just like, Netflix. Why? Netflix. Why?
It's not
What's
that
his name?
hard.
Chris Kohler?
If you got a girl on TikTok who just has a little TikTok, I mean, that's not little, she'd be popping off, but a random girl that can find all the information about this man and what's going on, it's not that hard.
Like, having a family is one thing, that's tea and that's good TV, but like, if you are like doing that to a minor, like, by all means, fuck off forever and never get on my screen. That's disgusting that this person was even on the show. And it's just ridiculous. And it makes me like hate the show. It makes me like mad now because it's like, I don't care. Like it's not tea. I don't want that. I don't want this person on my screen if they're doing that.
Yeah, because
respectfully, you don't deserve love and bye.
Mm-hmm. Because one of the things that happened is that apparently when he was 20, he would host like a bunch of high schoolers over to his place, bring weird alcohol,
fucking weird
and
ass
let them have parties.
No,
and he would be alone with the girls and stuff in his basement and do I don't know what he's trying to do. And then he was a music teacher, and like that sexual assault I think was from a student that alleged that he was inappropriate with her.
No.
And then his ex-girlfriend was saying that he's always just had a thing for like young girls, like just like he wanted her to dress like a young girl. They would have like role play things where like, let's pretend we're in middle school and like I'm your crush and I'm talking to you for the first time and like just weird shit. And I'm just like, bruh, why are people so freaking creepy? Why?
Like,
it's disgusting.
I know there's freaks out there, but just like don't put them on Netflix on a show.
No.
Like don't give them that platform. Simply, they do not deserve anything in life. I'm pissed.
It's bad. It's
like
bad.
That's so bad. You cannot have that.
Yeah. And along with that,
I'll put my foot down with that one.
There's also, we're gonna get into it, but the whole Lauren and Dave couple and she was hooking up with a guy before the show. This guy, I don't know his name. I don't care to know his name because he's trying to become freaking famous.
He's trying to become famous.
Because he put up his own, like created his own picture that made him look like he was a contestant on Love is Blind.
Weird.
He is like trying to pretend that he's going to go on like he put up a video like putting on headphones as if he's going to do like a tell-all on a podcast of his side of the story. Mm-hmm. There's no podcast. I don't know what he's
Should we get him on the pod?
He's like messaged like another podcast that I listened to, Bachelor Party, being like, if you want to know what's happening, I can tell you because she mentioned him. And I'm just like, bro, you are real thirsty right now and no one wants to give you any water. Like, calm down.
Yeah.
And I just think it's just reached the point, with these shows that it's just like people are all just coming on here for attention,
Yeah. And also it's like, it goes back to what we were saying last week. It's just like Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's not big.
Clearly,
so
it's too small.
It's too small.
People,
like
everyone knows each other.
Everyone knows each other. And that guy was in the friend group, and
he lived in the same building that everyone was staying in. For Love is Blind, which is crazy.
Yeah, he like lives in the same building.
He was dying for them to ask him to come on camera. I just know it.
So continuing on with that,
with their relationship,
what's your like ending opinion? Because I feel like I feel like I'm obviously team Lauren.
Yes.
I think.
Let me go to my notes.
I think honestly, she's right. I think he was trying to find a strong excuse to not marry her.
Yeah, I don't think he ever actually wanted to get married.
No, because he just made weird comments in the pods. Like, it was always just like weird. And I mean, we should have just known based off of his first thing that he said to women is like, "Oh, so you're no longer attractive," when she said like, "I'm 30" or something.
Oh, I don't even remember that.
That was like his opening line to Lauren.
My God.
Like, so you're no longer attractive. That is literally the whole point why you're doing this, is like, you don't talk about physical appearance. And the first thing you say is that you are no longer attractive. Even if it obviously was a joke.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to be funny, but like, to pick that and to just choose that right off the bat.
I just think he's a strange individual who still has his own shit to work out and his own like
issues.
Not
he's like a narcissist.
Yeah, it's just giving like he's so superficial type thing.
Yeah,
I don't know, but like
the thing I realized why he was like, this is what some people do. They're like, I'm coming on this because I always look at appearance, so now I'm trying this.
Like, I'm trying something new.
I'm trying. No, like, this is not a trying thing. Like, yes, it is an experiment, but you're meant to be going into this being like, I am going to get married. Even if you don't get married, you have to be in the place to like want to spend your time with someone else and develop a lifelong partnership with another human. Which brings me like to another point, like to mention Daniel, the short king. Like, he literally was just like, I wouldn't even gone on the show if I forgot in what scene this was, but he like was just like, yeah, like I think she asked him like, are you haven't dated a lot of people, do you feel ready? And she was like, yeah, like I wouldn't even be here if I wasn't ready. Like, you have to be like, I'm gonna get married.
Yeah.
Whereas Dave just was like, I'll try it.
I think he was literally just here to experiment and just see what would happen.
His fucking sister.
This sister, I need to. If this sister isn't on the reunion, if she doesn't have some shit to say,
she's not gonna say fucking shit. She's
no,
not gonna fucking say shit. No,
she won't.
I have stuff to say to her because I'm so
can
sorry.
I at least get the sister's damn name? Like, I'm just like, enough with sister. My sister said this. My sister. Enough about your sister.
And then he's like, my dad is going to be golfing, so he's not going to come to the wedding. Like,
but then he's like, no, he's coming. But you know, he's just traveling so much.
It just like doesn't make any sense. Like I get that he has like a weird like family dynamic and his mom passed away and stuff. But like, I'm so sorry. This is just so weird.
It's too much. And you know what else is kind of, I was like, what? I think he like really likes One Direction. He was like showing off his One Direction t-shirts. And I looked at his Instagram. He has multiple pictures wearing them. And I was like in my eyes, I would be like, oh my God, yes. But for something with you, it doesn't make sense.
No.
I don't like it. You know what I hate the most is like all these men look so basic, but like I think as we were watching, we were saying like, why is he becoming really attractive?
Yeah, he did become attractive.
He became attractive, and I hated that he was attractive.
He became attractive.
You're such an awful man.
Out of the pods, I feel like in the pods, I literally can't see their faces, and then when they're out of the pods and like in movement and in light, I can like see them better.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Like out of
like
all
Love
the guys,
is Blind
I
for
would
us
say
too.
he's the most attractive one.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just like, but you're an awful human. But really the whole thing of it is like, as soon as he found out from his friends that like Lauren was hooking up with someone, it's like he put the scarlet letter on her and she is just like the worst person ever. And he kept on saying like, oh, I'm defending you to my friends. I tell them that you're a great person. But like for him to not even let her get a single chance to speak to the sister, the family, the friends, anyone is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. And I don't know how she put up with it for so long. I would have been like, you know what? Fuck you. If you're not going to let me have my chance to speak my truth, then this is not it.
Because you don't know what he's saying to his family and you don't know what the fuck he's saying to the fucking sister.
No.
Who knows what the sister is being fed? And also, fuck the sister. I know I said it multiple times, but I just gotta say it again because, girl, come out wherever you are.
Come out from your hiding. And what I also hated is that after, spoiler alert, they broke up. She was saying that like she wrote a whole letter to his sister, and just explaining the situation because she was like, obviously I'm not going to get the chance to speak to her personally. And so she asked him to give it to her and he never gave it to her. That's the least he could have done.
Yeah, the letter.
Like the fact that you want to marry this woman and you won't even let her have a moment. Have a moment to defend herself. To like
because
lift your partner
the whole
up.
thing, like if we really think about it, she was talking to a guy on and off. They would sometimes hook up, but they weren't official. It was like a situationship kind of vibe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's literally what it was.
But this guy was making it out to be like it was more.
And
like they were dating.
But essentially it was a situationship and she's like, I'm going on Love is Blind. Like this is done. And
he knew about it. He knew as she was getting cast for it that it was going on. So it's not like it was a shock to him.
Yeah. So they did hook up once, whatever, like a week before. But then like she like met Dave and she like found the connection, whatever. And she like went through it. And then this all came forth. And of course that guy's like trying to get his moment. So he just overhyped it. But like, if we really think about it, it's just like, okay, this was just a situationship that happened. Dave's argument is that like she wasn't serious because she was doing that like a month before. But as a woman, respectfully, shut the fuck up. Like, no, she definitely was ready. You can see how genuine she is.
Right.
And if he did it, I would say he's not ready. But that's just because he's a man. I mean,
that's what I was going to say. Like with the tables turned, I can totally be like, yes, we would all be skeptical.
We would all be
like,
skeptical.
I don't know if you're ready for marriage.
But
I'm sure that Lauren would have worked through it, would have heard his side and been like, you know what? It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah. No,
if you prove to me that you are ready now, then it's okay.
You know why? Because she wanted it. But
exactly. But he never wanted it.
And that's that.
And that's that. And if you actually wanted to be with her, you would have been like, it's okay. We can work through this. But he wasn't even willing to budge. And what I also hated about him is that anytime she would be crying, she'd be so upset. She'd be like, I just want you to stay here.
After the spin class.
The night.
Oh my God.
Like I feel like we're disconnected. He would never comfort her, never even like put a hand on her shoulder.
No validation.
Nothing. They would
nothing.
Just keep so far away from her. And I'm just like, if I'm going through it like that and my partner didn't, like, I'm not even that big of a physical touch person, but I'm like,
just the touch.
I need something. I need to know that you're still there for me. But he was giving her nothing.
You don't have to hug me, but like a hand.
Yes.
A hand on my paw would be great. A hand.
Extend your paw.
Extend your paw.
And he said, no.
Place your paw.
No.
No placement.
Nothing. So I'm very happy that they broke up. What frustrated me is that afterward he was like, oh, I think I made a mistake. And like, I see now that my ego was in the way.
Oh, the way I would fold in half.
I mean, the way that he like came back to her, I was like, shit, I would be like.
I'd be like the fold up chair. Fold me up and take me home.
I think she was feeling that way too, but she did still like set her boundary at the end.
Yeah, no, it's good.
I don't think that they're together because she went on Nick's podcast. I only watched her interview, and the way that she was speaking to Nick about him did not sound like they were friendly still. So I hope that's the case. Because you deserve better.
Yeah, she does. She's gorgeous. She's a spin girly. We love her.
Did she teach it?
No, I think
she does.
Maybe she does.
Someone was saying on another podcast that she was teaching the class. I was like, what?
Oh.
I wasn't paying attention. But you know what I also loved is that when all the cast came to meet each other, Molly, the other person that was talking to Dave, Molly and Lauren spoke to each other, and Molly was just so supportive. You know, like usually in that situation, the other person will try and get back with the dude. But Molly was like, girl, I saw his Instagram selfies and I was like, ick. And she was like, you do not deserve that. And she talked to Dave and was like, bro, like you're an idiot. Like the fact that you won't even let her speak her piece.
She was just
to
like,
your family,
you made
a FaceTime call. You can't do that. Like, and that's as simple as it is.
Yeah, she literally just called mom and shit. Was like, you basically weren't ready, so you're making any excuse.
Yeah, she was. I mean, and that's what she said in the pods too.
And
it's just that thing again where she, like he didn't want to be the one to break up with Molly, and she was like, so are you just acting like this so I have to do it?
Yeah.
And he kind of did the same thing again where he
he loves
didn't want to be the one to say it.
He loves, and I've done this before in the past. I'm not proud of it, but like when I don't want to do something, like I'll make it so blatantly obvious to the person and be like, okay, like,
yeah,
come on.
But that's like annoying as fuck.
It's like so bad. Like it's so unhealthy for the other person. So like,
And I think that's what made him apologize and be like, oh shit, my ego is in
I think he finally like realized.
I think Molly kind of snapped him and been like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. I mean, really, like all the episodes that just like came out, because I think we're covering essentially like
all the
6
way up
episodes right now.
I mean, the marriage.
But like we're really just talking about this the most recent one was when they all like met, which is like a big one. I feel like it's usually like more hyped, that meeting.
Yeah, they really downplayed everything.
There's usually like a good fight, but
there was nothing, and it was very disappointing.
Boring. That's what I'm saying.
It's all boring.
Are we good with them? Can we move on to the next couple?
Yeah, let's move on.
All right, let's talk about. Why don't we talk about the
Ben and Sara?
Oh yeah, we can talk about them. Ben and Sara.
Yeah, I feel like they're the ones with the most controversy as well.
So there's always like one center point. Their center point in drama is that Ben goes to church and Sarah's not religious.
Mm-hmm.
I felt the meeting with the sister and the partner was fine, and then he like went to the bathroom, and then they like were kind of mean.
I don't think they were mean. I think they were just blunt.
They were just like really like.
And someone's got to be.
So I think you do have to like
in that sort of situation. It's just like, okay, because the thing is, Sara is very much in a Delulu. Like she's in that like puppy state. Love honeymoon state right now.
But then it's like, but they don't understand it because we all haven't been through the experience. We just watch it. Experiencing it is probably so different.
Oh, for sure. But it is that thing. It's like, once this is over, once you're out of this bubble, you got to think about long term.
Yeah.
And I just don't know if she's personally. I don't know if she's thinking long term, because every time she would have a conversation with Ben about these situations, he's just very like wishy washy, like being like. Because, like, for example, she went to the church and, like, listened to everything. And they brought up the facts about, like, having, like, what someone would do if their child came out as, like, trans or, like, LGBTQ or whatever. And they weren't, the church basically was, like, saying that wasn't something that they supported. And so Sara was like, did you not know that your church felt that way? And he was like, oh, I didn't remember. I forgot. And it's like, what do you mean you forgot? What? You did not forget, because you said the same exact thing about that girl who talked about you on TikTok. You can't use I forgot as your excuse for everything.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's like, I think he really does love her, and he just like doesn't want anything to go wrong. But it's like, you're in life, you
cannot just live.
You can't just be like, oops.
Like floating on the surface all the time. You can't.
Yeah. Like if he messed up in the past, just own up to it. Like this church is a little homophobic. Maybe I should go to a different church.
Yeah.
Because there's churches out there that are like
are accepting of everything.
Are accepting and like will.
Although the sister's girlfriend was like, accepting is the wrong word. I'm like,
oh, it was?
What do we say?
Oh,
that's just what she said in the show. And Sara was like, so what should I say instead? She didn't have an answer. So.
Okay, well,
anyway.
I'm sorry. We're going to say accepting because I don't know the other word. But, I feel like instead of just like making up these like defense mechanisms, let's just own up and move on. Because like I think she would like that.
Yes.
Because she does love him. She's like, he brings out a side of me. Like she has love for him too. But like he really is just like, I know he's going to say yes. But like for her, I don't know.
Yeah. And
because
it was just so strange, because I was going back and forth with him. Like 1 second I was like, oh wait, he might be a good guy, because like his friend group, some of them are gay. Yeah, like it was all different colors and sizes and shapes, and it was great. And so I was like, oh, so he is a good guy, but they're all weird like that. I think they're just weird, and I'm just like, people that are on the fence like that can get, like, if you're so pro for something, it can be hard. Hopefully they can work it out if they do end up being together. But
I really do think it is a small thing that is a big thing, because also like I feel like it might really, I was saying this when we were watching it, I was like, I really do feel like that is a big deal. Like if he's so active with the church, and she's just like, I mean, he can go do that, but like I don't want to join him for that. For me, I would just, no. Like I want my partner to enjoy doing things with me, including something that's so big in my life like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I think he's downplaying it just so he can like appease her. It's just like a whole.
It's all this like, everyone's trying to appease each other. And that's what her sister said. She's like, I think she's like a bit of a people pleaser and just trying to make everyone else happy, but she needs to decide for herself. But that's what she said at the end of the day.
But I actually disagree because I think she's very vocal about it. I think
well, she's vocal, but then she just sort of like
she kind of just does it.
She's like, okay, like this was a great conversation, but like because they were having this whole conversation about the church and stuff at their like little getaway in the igloo, and he was like, oh, it's just a long day at work. Like I wasn't prepared to talk about all this. Like I think I should go to bed and we could talk about this later. And she's like, okay, and I'm like, no, not okay. Like we need to have the conversations. It's tough, but you got to get through it.
Yeah, I mean, like, bitch, I'm tired too.
Exactly. So if they can get real and really talk it out and find the church and like find somewhere that's good for both of them, I think they'll be okay. But the more we talk the way about that it's being portrayed, it's like,
yeah, the more we talk about this, I think she's gonna say no.
I don't know. I don't think she's gonna say no because I don't think she has processed what we are saying right now. She might have processed it by now.
Yeah,
but I don't know if she's gonna process it in the moment.
You think they're gonna get married, and do you think they're together now?
I don't know if they're together now. I do think they get married.
I mean, I know he's gonna say yes. I'm gonna say she says yes, and I'm gonna hope that they're together. To be honest, I hope that
I think they make a very cute couple, but they just need to work out these kinks, and he needs to have a bit more of a backbone.
And so does she, in ways.
They both need backbones. They are too bendy right now.
In different ways.
She needs the top of the spine. He needs the bottom.
And the girlfriend of the sister needs to kind of stay quiet.
Oh my God. And her stepdad questioning her, asking if this guy was even good for her. No. As she's right about to walk down the aisle.
I'm so sorry. That man
like you haven't been here the whole time. And now you're going to try and freaking say what's coming out of your ass.
That stepdad fucking pissed me off. He walks in and he's like, you were always trouble growing up. And he's like, you can tell he's kind of like side-eyeing the camera a little bit. Like he's like one of those people that's like trying, like knows that the camera's on him. So he's just like saying fucking weird stuff. And I'm just like, get this old fucker off my screen and stop being weird and stop having putting doubts in her head right before she's walked down the aisle.
It's like, it's too late for that. Say that 3 days ago, not now.
Oh, I hate
what's done is done.
We watched it like low key kind of twice because we just kind of had it rolling. And when that happened again, I was like, get this man off.
Yeah.
Watching it the second time really.
But we never saw Ben's family, right?
Didn't their families meet?
The very beginning?
Oh, no, that was the other couple.
No.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know.
I forgot.
Anyway, that's enough about them.
Yeah, let's move on.
Let's talk about Devin and Virginia.
Yeah, the prenup.
I was like skeptical about them at first. I was like, I don't think that Virginia likes him, but I really think that she does like him now.
I think they might get married. If anything, I think he has doubts. I'm sensing a little bit, but I think they're going to get married.
Yeah, I think they're going to get married. He is younger than her.
The prenup was the drama of the
It was like their drama,
relationship.
but he read it, his family read it, and they're like, you know what? Go off.
They tried to hype that up.
And they made it into this big moment right before he went to like say what he was thinking about it. Whether he's going to sign or not.
So basically, I keep my debt and you do too, and the stuff that we have together, we figure it out together.
She's like, yeah,
that's what the prenup is.
What I've been saying.
It's really not that big of a deal. Just sign it, babe. Just sign it. And then they sign it and then they move on. I really was just like, that could have all been condensed.
Yeah.
They had a good conversation.
But there was nothing happening in the show. So they had to draw something out.
Really hype it up. But that's essentially that.
The only other thing that was kind of weird was the politics thing again. Which I'm like, girl, why are we not talking about this in the pod? That is something you need to talk about your beliefs, your politics, your faith, all of that in the pod.
So it's like you need to talk about your like whole family, and you need to talk about your culture and your religion. You need to talk about that and your political, like all of this stuff needs to come out.
It needs to come out before you're sitting in bed about to be married in a week.
So essentially, homeboy was like, yeah, so my whole family's conservative. Mm-hmm. And she's just like, what?
She's like, well, I'm certainly not.
Well, she's like, well, my family's black and we're Democrats. Mm-hmm. That was so funny.
Yeah.
And he was like, my family's black too.
And she's like, not to hate on your dad or anything. But
she kind of took it well, I guess. It's so funny because I was like, if homegirl Sara heard that Ben voted for Trump, I think she would have had a conniption.
The thing, well, he just didn't vote. That's fucking wishy-washy.
It's crazy.
Wishy-washy. Anyway.
The not voting is crazy.
But they like kind of came to an agreement that like obviously it would be something where we talk to each other, we see what.
Yeah, because he was like, would it bother you if I like voted differently from you?
Yeah.
Yes. Again, guys, when you are married, you become one person, period.
But
yeah,
overall, I think that they are cute together.
They seem to resolve that issue, the prenup issue.
And then for some reason, I started tearing up when she started tearing up when she found her dress. Because I think she was finally being emotional about it and being like, oh my God, like this is happening. Like I really found a great guy, like who actually, because she was like, it's been hard out here. And I was like, girl, I understand. It has been hard out here.
It is hard out there.
Like she's this beautiful, stunning girl. And I'm just like, we are all beautiful and stunning. So why are these men such actual trash bags?
What's up with these goblins out in the street?
Goblins thinking that they are high lords and they can just choose what their pick of the litter. That's not how this works.
All I see is zombies, goblins, wolves, like not even
wolves,
because
sometimes wolves can be hot.
No, not Wolverine, like a nast. No, all I see is goblins out there.
Yes,
it's all goblins, and the fact that you're even looking in my direction, you should be
ashamed.
You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of
the
yourself.
Fact that you think you can breathe the same air as
No, get out of the air. Get out of my space.
Get out.
Get out of air. Go to space. Get out of my face.
Go to space. Get
out of my face. Oh, don't make me freestyle. I'm just saying, if I see one more goblin look at me.
These goblins and fools and not a single. I can't. Oh, Lord. Okay, so who else is left? Monica and Joey. First of all, Monica's sister.
The sister was a bitch, and then she apologized.
Yeah, because I think sister was being so mean when she first met Joey and was like,
I think the producers were like, press into that.
From like telling the sister to do that?
Yeah.
Maybe, but I think afterward, Monica had a big old phone call with her and said, girl, you are not embarrassing me. You better get your shit together and like this man because I am marrying him. Also,
I love Tarzan.
Can we just talk about the sock bin? The communal sock bin.
I hate
with
it.
The family.
And that's fucking weird.
That's weird.
But like, they all share the same socks.
Oh, if I shared the same socks with my brother, first of all, my brother loves, he wears the high socks that have all the different crazy design. He loves some crazy ass socks. And then they'll have holes in the heel, in the toe. And I'm like, no.
If you ever, guys, like solely shopping for men, like for Christmas and stuff.
It's just socks?
Socks and underwear. They need it. Like,
they
so
do.
If you're ever, like, especially for your dad, guys, just buy your dad like a big fucking thing of socks. I do it for my dad every year. He gets so excited because he's like, finally. He's like, finally, I can throw away my other ones. It's like, you were in Target. You go to Target every week. You can't just go buy. No. He just likes when I buy him socks.
That's so funny.
He's like, finally, I can throw away. And it's like I'll see him wear these socks. It's not even a sock.
Until the bitter end.
The toes are out. I'm like,
it's just, it's a scarf for your foot.
I'm literally like,
scarf.
So we can throw these out because you can't afford socks actually because you are in this house. No, but anyways,
so
side
funny.
tangent. This is for anyone who is looking to buy gifts. It's a good one.
But yeah, that was basically the big thing, was that the sister didn't like him and called him ugly too. She was like, you know that your type is like a tall, like 6'5" Italian man or whatever.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
And she was like, okay, but that's not attainable. So Joey was great, you know.
Do you think his hair is gonna be cut in the reunion?
No. I think he's rocking it. I think that's his thing.
Tarzan.
And I like it. Because he does look like Tarzan. It works for him.
I think they're cute.
The only
other
thing is that Joey has he's like kind of got like conquered it, his OCD, but he's still like very like clean and put together. And the only thing is that Monica is very much not.
The sock thing is crazy.
So that's like the only thing that was like kind of weird. Oh, also Monica's family doing a whole fam jam thing.
That was so cringe.
It was so cringe, but honestly, like go off for like them being so wholesome and like truly themselves, you know?
Yeah, that was very wholesome of that family.
Last couple is Danielle and Taylor.
They're fine.
They
survived.
fine.
They survived her weird
thinking that she was being followed, and
she was like, "Oh my God, you followed me because I love Faith, Taco Bell, and Christmas." Okay,
no, and even
so does
who
everyone
cares?
else.
Because Daniel, he's like smitten for Taylor. He loves her.
That is the definition of a man that just wants a marriage.
Yeah,
he wants to commit.
He does.
I love him for that,
and that's a rare thing to find these days.
I mean, genuinely.
So like, take it and run with it while you can. You know.
I will say they do love Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I mean, they're very cringy people. They took Christmas photos together to put in their ornaments as their favors for their wedding. And you know what? I was like, this is really cringe, but honestly, I would kill to have something. I would kill to be in a relationship where I could do something like that with a partner.
Aw, like a Christmas card?
Just anything. Just like where we have this niche thing that we love that is so specific to us, and who care what people think about it. We're going to do it. So go off. I hope that they're still together, and I hope that they have a Christmas card that they sent out this past season.
Who do you think is not together then?
I think Monica and Joey might not. I don't know.
Really?
I'm on the fence with those two if they're going to say yes.
Okay.
And Sara and Ben might not be together now. But I do think Devin and Virginia are good, and Danielle and Taylor are good. I hope that Monica and Joey are good, but just like from the previews, and like Joey was saying, I'm not going to know my decision until I'm getting married. Like until I'm on the altar. Joey.
Yeah.
And I was like, because he's kind of like taking a back seat, but the way that it's being perceived is that he kind of actually doesn't. He's never like been like concrete, like I want to do this. And even Monica said that she's like, I'd like words of affirmation are really important to me, and like knowing how you actually feel. Because she was like, I don't know how he actually what he wants to do at the end of this.
Yeah, that's true. I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
A couple of honorable mentions. Meg and Mason, they finally meet. They actually end up like reaching out to each other immediately right after they get off the show. They met. They're friends. They're
like friends with benefits right now. They're like sussing it out and seeing where the relationship goes.
It's been a year, so we'll see at the reunion if they.
I mean, I think they're a cute couple. I think they would be great together.
Yeah, I obviously think like, and of course, Madison is just so dyed her hair pink,
and I said, "Girl, it's a wrap."
I think
with
she was
that
just
lip color,
criminal.
But
I think like she's made out to be our villain, but she's not even like that much of a villain.
I just don't think.
She's just kind of annoying, but I will say, she just stand her ground. She was literally like, Alex saw me, was like choking, and literally was like, stay with me at the hotel. And he was like, no, because I gave him everything. If you didn't like me in the pods, then no.
You can't have me now.
Yeah.
Just because I'm hot.
Yeah.
Which like totally. But now we know Alex is a freaking freak anyway, so it's a good thing that you stayed away. Although she said she did have long phone calls with him for a while. But also, that was the other thing. They never showed her and Alex interact at the get together.
Well, because she was like, if he comes up to me, I will literally scream.
Or like Meg and Madison have a conversation. I just wanted that whole group to have some sort of conversation with each other.
Because Madison was telling, I think Lauren or someone.
Telling Lauren that apparently Meg reached out to Alex and Alex told Madison that as if to make her jealous. But Madison was like, look, he's basically a big fat liar.
Yeah,
so I don't trust
she wasn't blaming
he
Meg. She was just, and that's when I like had some respect for her because I was like, I fear that Madison did get a pretty bad edit because like, I think at the end of the day, she was just kind of like doing the right thing and she was just holding her ground really well.
Yeah, I just don't think she handled some of the stuff in the pods as well as she could have.
Yeah,
but
totally.
What can you do?
I mean, what can you do? The only thing I took out of this is that they need to really like pick a different city and they need to stop getting people on the show that are like criminals.
Yeah.
Or have a family.
Honestly. Other thing that was funny is I was like, did reality TV shows just get together and say, let's all use empty malls in some way?
Yeah, what's up with the mall edits?
The malls of it all. I mean, granted, I would much rather be in the Mall of America than in whatever mall that Grant and Alex were in for their date. But
yeah, the Mall of America is like their only
at least to have some roller coasters in there, you know?
I just think it's so like how that the Bachelorette vibes, how that night has evolved. It used to just like be them at a bar, and now it's like this full like
now it's just and like the guys got to go to a whole freaking practice.
Yeah, they're doing that the Vikings field
arena for the Vikings. Also, oh my god, I just want to mention the music in Love Is Blind. Love Is Blind has changed. I think they got the rights to all 2010 through 2015.
Yeah, they stopped at 2016. Yep, because Dangerous Woman.
Yeah. I was like, oh, look at these little Justin Bieber, Ariana. What was it? Crazy. Selena Gomez said something about being blind. I said, I needed it hazy to love me. Mm-hmm. I was like, love. Yeah. I was like, wow, y'all really put no more of the random like AI tracks.
But they're still there too.
They're sprinkled in there. But
yeah, but I was like, okay, copyright.
I was loving it. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, that's where All My Life came from. It was a montage on the show. I don't know what the montage was.
Yes, that's why we've been singing All My Life this whole week.
Because of that.
Because remember, I was like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot about the song, and I put it like in my cool down playlist, and I've been playing it.
What was the montage of though?
It was like literally like a crossover, like when they were on vacation.
Oh, just all the couples.
Yeah,
like, being happy.
Or no, I think it was like literally a transition into the next scene.
But yeah, it was like a montage of something.
Yeah.
I think it was like all the couples at night, like kissing each other. And
and then it was like, and then it transitioned. And it was like literally 10 seconds, but it was so impactful for us.
So impactful. I just love listening to the music that they play on TV shows now. It's so telling, you know.
The Traitors one. Dun, 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 dun.
Literally like Hunger Games music.
And literally like every time I hear it, I'm like, let's fucking go.
It's so good. Okay. Speaking of music, our music man, Mr. Grant, it's time to get back into his season of The Bachelor. Lord, it's like pulling teeth to watch this show now. I'm so sorry.
Carolina is gone. Bye, Carolina. Bye, Carolina.
Why did you say her name like that?
I don't know.
Like a cartoon character.
I'm just done with her. I just want her off my screen. Finally, she's gonna be off.
This was
she'll be
rough
back.
One. This was rough.
Reunion, but
I also just want to note that an article came out about the Bachelor and how basically like the people that work on it. What do you call that? The producers, the showrunners, everything are really toxic. And the environment has changed, and like there's just this whole article of all like the bad things that are happening, and I can tell like the TV show is showing how bad it is now. You know what I mean?
It's
like
weird.
It's just not how it used to be. It's like they're taking the life out of the show now. There's no substance to it.
It's very just monotonous, and it's very just like it literally is the same thing over and over again. It's like, but the thing is, I'm used to this. Like I've been watching the show for years.
Yeah.
And I've never felt like this.
Yeah.
What is it about it now?
Because like whoever the two top showrunners are, they took over, I don't know when, but like semi recently. And like I think since they've been in, it's just been bad vibes.
They're
and like
evil
they're like hiring people like that they know that it's like the husband or something, and not like people that are actually good for the job. Does that sound familiar?
Life.
And it's just like it's not giving what it used to give. But
agreed.
We'll get into the show and
let's get into it.
We'll talk about all the stuff that's bad.
Look, they joined Traitors and they're in Scotland now.
Yeah. And Grant and Jesse are playing golf. Oh my god. And there's like this weird ass edit of like Grant's going to like take a shot of the golf ball on the tee.
The editing
and they
is so
just
bad.
edited it so that the golf ball disappeared. You don't even see him swing and hit the ball.
Jesse used his mind to move it.
Yeah. I was like, that's how you know this season is cooked. We can't even get a shot of Grant hitting the ball. Like what?
Everything is so edited and crazy.
So crazy. So we find out who gets the one-on-one. Everyone thinks it's going to be Zoe because she's the only one that didn't get it, but Juliana got it.
And
wait, no,
Latia.
sorry. Yeah, Juliana and Latia got the other one, and Latia's already had like a nighttime date. So technically, it's like she's never had like a full date.
She's never. Well, true. But like you should have picked Zoe.
Because Zoe has had nothing. And so Zoe's like, damn, let me just pack my bags and go.
Yeah, I kind of felt bad for our villain number 2 because she hasn't really been a villain in a while. She was only a villain like the first episode. So I did kind of feel for her in that moment. And it's hard because Carolina's like still spiraling over nothing. And it's just like she literally, basically that's the death sentence. When you don't get a one-on-one before hometowns, you're going home.
Like, so you think.
You really think you're going home.
This season said, let's switch it up.
Yeah. So the order of it, I think we did Juliana's date
Juliana's
first.
date.
I mean, this is
like the typical princess date. She got to, try on the clothes. Then they had a Bridgerton moment and all the people were dancing and she got to walk down the aisle to him.
He's just like, you're hot. Like he that's all he's thinking. All he's thinking is she's hot.
But he loves her. And she kind of explained her sob story about vaguely meant saying that someone in her life had a problem with addiction and it messed her up and she was lonely
like, I don't
and
cry.
sad.
I don't cry in front of people. I cry alone. He's like, oh my God, so do I. I'm like, doesn't everyone?
I'm a lone wolf. Look at my lone wolf tattoo.
Then he pulls out the lone wolf. I'm like,
stop it.
You guys are trying to be so like, oh my God, we're so niche. I'm like, but everyone does that. I'm so sorry.
We are all crying alone in our homes.
Who is like crying outwardly like publicly all the time? I get sometimes you have to do a public cry. I've done it. But like,
we're all fucked up here, okay?
Listen, I was just like, the fact that they were trying to be like, we're so strong because we cry alone. I'm like,
but hey, they're bonding, I guess.
Whatever.
Crying together.
He was just like so.
He's honestly an emo boy.
Yeah, he was
crying.
Like, he's like, I've always felt this attraction, this physical attraction, but now I feel emotionally connected. But I'm just like, so do you have to tell a sad story and then you're like emotionally connected?
I mean, that's the formula on The Bachelor.
I know. It's so funny. It's like you have to have the story prepared.
Truly. Yeah. So then we get to the group date. And this is where the Carolina drama begins. Carolina's just like doesn't want to. She's like, I'm tired of having this group time. I want to just be alone with him, and I can't be. So she's like pouting the whole
pouting
time.
In the corner.
She literally was like sitting at a table, like eating cheese while the rest of them were playing a game.
Her fit though was so fire. The little fur.
It was. I mean, I thought it was giving like child, like wearing her little fur and her little bow in her hair, and she's like, "Man, I need alone time, and I can't get it."
She like literally like dressed for the part.
She truly did.
Like I was like, this is kind of iconic.
I'm like, babes, you know what you're doing. But yeah. So then Grant had to go and reassure her, and I do think that the producers,
like everyone was playing a game, and she was just like sitting at the table like all alone. So like Grant's like, "Hey, what's wrong, Carolina?
You want to join us?"
And she's like, "No." She's like, "I guess we'll go on a walk." So because what's he gonna say?
Yeah.
He has to deal with it.
Yeah, so then they talk to each other, and Carolina was basically just like, I just don't think that you like me as much as you do other girls. And she was kind of just saying, like, just send me home. Like, I feel like you want to. Yeah, she was just
like, I think you want to send me home.
But I think the producer's like, we cannot send this girl home because there's going to be drama from this moment at the dinner tonight. So I think Grant was like kind of like coerced to make her stay.
Maybe, yeah.
I think for maybe the TV of it all.
They were just like, maybe just like, wait, let's like not send anyone or give anyone a rose. Let's just like let it play out.
Yeah, so... everyone's pissed off that Carolina basically had him a bunch of time with him to talk about whatever she's upset about.
And no one's more pissed off than Dina.
Yeah, Miss Dina is over it. Yeah. Okay. But like the way that this whole thing happened was a bit icky. Mm-hmm. Like the girls are like, they're at the nighttime, they're on the couch talking about the day, kind of throwing digs at Carolina, but not actually saying her name. But it's obvious that what they're upset about is her. And Carolina's sitting right there, and she's like, "So you guys are just gonna talk about me and act like I'm not here?"
Yeah,
you know. And then Dina's like, "Well, since you're not gonna ask, how was your day?" And Carolina was like, "Well, you guys literally weren't including me in the conversation, so why would I ask you anything?"
Yeah, there's a weird situation there.
Yeah, I just don't really enjoy the way Dina handled that. Like, I understand why they're upset and annoyed. Yeah. I'd be annoyed too.
Yeah.
You know? And Dina's basically just like, I had your back last week and now you're acting like this and you took Grant away. And Carolina's like, I didn't take him away. He came to me. And she's not wrong. Grant,
yeah,
talk
but like,
to her.
Girl.
But like, I'm sure the producers were like, go talk to Carolina, you know?
Yeah, because you're sitting alone. Of course he's going to go talk to you because you're like literally sticking out like a sore thumb.
Mm-hmm. And so they are arguing, going back and forth. And Serafina's also like, I can't handle you and your one-liners.
I'm just crazy and evil.
Mm-hmm. It's this whole thing. And
then like she talks to Grant. I just don't think at this point, like she's played this game so long that I'm like, it doesn't look like she can salvage this relationship with Grant at this point. That's what I was thinking.
And I think she also just wants to go.
Yeah, maybe she just like didn't. I don't know. I think she
like
just
in the back
psyched
of her
herself
head
out. Like I think she knew that like there was stronger connections. She just doubted it so much. Like I don't know what it was, the combination of all of it. But yeah,
that was basically it.
Yeah, that was it. And then Latia's date. I don't know. Her waist is gone. She's gorgeous. I don't know what's happening.
They like explored Scotland. There's the typical old ladies asking them about their relationship. A man did a poem about a rose.
This was the same date that Dina had. I'm like, basically, okay. Yeah.
And then it comes out that Latia talks about her religion and being Mormon.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
and I was
is
like,
she on this show as her mission? Is this her spreading the gospel?
I
on
literally am
national
just like,
television, because that is an ultimate plan if I ever thought of one.
I know. That's crazy.
Come on, Latter-day Saints.
I think this is when Grant lost it in his head. He was like, I'm losing it for her. Because that's like a big thing. That's like a really big kind of thing.
I think he likes her even more.
Really?
But I don't think he's understood fully what Mormonism is.
Yes.
And he won't know until he goes and meets the family.
See, there's certain like religions that have such a big like, I feel like I can say
influence
this
on your life,
because my religion and culture are so big. Like I feel like if my partner doesn't understand that, like they have to really experience it. Even like close people in my life, like Kayla, she'll experience what we do. And she's like, it's like a lot. Like I get it. Like it's a whole thing. Like if someone can't be accepting of that, then that's like, that's a big thing there. Yeah. That's a big thing because it's not just like holidays and stuff. It's like, that's a lifestyle right there.
But he makes it clear to her that like he wants God in his life and then like with his family, and then he starts crying because he talks about how like God was the only thing that like kept him going when he was younger, because like his family weren't, his family wasn't like close in that way, and he like would eat dinner alone in his room and stuff, and that made him cry. He was crying, and like Latia started crying, and she was like wiping his tears. And like he said that he was falling for her. I don't know if he said that to anyone else yet.
I think she's the first, but I think ultimately like in the moment it was nice for them and he felt strong, but I'm like,
I don't know if it's gonna work long term.
I know, because like literally she's been my number one, and I'm just like, for some reason, I think it's just because the teaser for the hometowns, I was like,
yeah, the teaser definitely makes it seem like it's
not good.
Not good, but I think she's still going to be final two.
Yeah.
It's between her and Juliana.
I mean, literally,
that's it.
What, Dina or Zoe?
Yeah.
Like,
no. Also, Emily Sandé was the guest artist, and I was like, okay, look at them getting good people.
I forgot about that.
You know who that is?
Yeah, but when was this, at Latia's date?
Yeah, they slow dance after.
Oh, yeah. They've gotten good people.
Also, Latia, when she was having her ITM, she said that she loves Grant. So
yeah.
Ooh.
So then it goes to the rose ceremony.
And before the roses were handed out, Carolina pulled Dina aside and apologized.
Yeah, the whole thing resolved.
I think that was good, though. I think it's good that she wanted to just clear the air before, because she knew, like, we're not going to be here anymore. This was all petty. The villains
this season were so boring. Like, Carolina and Zoe are our villains.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything.
It's good that they apologized, but it all means nothing, I guess, because they're arguing on TikTok now. So,
in the reunion,
I can't wait for Women Tell All.
I know.
They're going to go in on Carolina. Ooh, Lord. And Rose better speak.
I need the Women Tell All.
And it seems like Alex also went on the Viall Files. I'm like, why didn't you come on our pod, girly? But no, she still could. But
she still could.
But Alex was like, I was literally shocked because Alex, Carolina, and Serafina went home, and she was like, I thought I was literally going to hometowns. Like, I was like really shocked when I wasn't chosen. But they like didn't get to have like any sort of walkout.
Yeah.
Like it just showed them saying, thanks, this was fun, bye.
Yeah.
And they didn't even show Serafina saying goodbye to him. And I was like, good Lord.
They're like, because usually that's when he starts to do the walkouts. I think it's like before hometowns.
Yeah.
But this was so like,
but they're
okay, bye.
expediting this whole show. And I
know. I'm like, I don't know. Whoever ends up with him, it's like, I don't think they're in a healthy relationship right now because this is literally like Love is Blind time-wise.
Oh, you're saying it's too fast?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. And I just think it's wild that Zoe made it to hometowns.
Yeah, I think by default she got it.
I guess, but because it's just
I think he just needed more time with Zoe. I think he like got his answer with Alex. I think he got his answer with Serafina. And then he knew Latia and Juliana were in.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, if I had to pick another one, be Dina. Because that date was better than the other two. And by default, I picked Zoe because I don't know her.
Yeah.
And I know I don't want the other two.
Yeah.
I mean, Zoe's next off.
Oh, gosh, she's got to be.
And it's just going to be Dina. That's so weird. Dina, Latia.
I think Dina had a good connection with them. So
I know, but I just don't see. It's like that's not her man.
I don't think it's her man, but I think
respectfully,
he thinks she could be his girl.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
He's in love with Latia and Juliana.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's basically it. The one thing I thought I'm just like, I will die if they play like that mafia Italian music that they use for every person for Juliana when they meet Juliana's dad.
Who's like European.
Yeah, I'm like, if they play that when Juliana's dad comes on the screen.
They even played it for Maria.
They played it for Maria.
I'm like they're not even Italian.
So we shall see if they play that music. Mark my words.
The generic. They're like European music. Black music.
They always play for the Godfather because they're like, oh, the father's here and he doesn't like anything. He doesn't approve of this.
Yeah. If I were ever on this show, them having that edit over my dad would be so funny. Because my dad would be like, okay, what?
Why am I here?
He'd be like, what's happening? What did you do? What are you on?
What'd you do now?
That's so funny.
Oh, but yeah, that's basically all of the TV, y'all. Ooh, this is a long episode. Damn. I hope you stuck around with us.
I'm sure you did.
We'll see what happens next week. I hope Danielle gets sent home. I hope this Love is Blind thing ends real soon because we need to scrap everything.
We need
the
to
only
scrap
thing that's
start
working
over.
Right now is Traitors and Love Island USA.
And Severance.
Take some notes and get on it. Other TV
and
shows.
Younger.
Reality TV shows is what I'm focused on.
I'm just naming all the shows that we've been watching. We've watched so many shows.
Sex Life of College Girls. That's a fun little watch if you want to get into it.
Yeah.
That's about it.
So I think next week we get the conclusion of Love is Blind. I think the reunion is
March. No, I'm getting them confused.
Yeah.
There's one of the reunions is on March 7th. Maybe that's Traitors.
I think that might be Traitors. Yeah, because Love is Blind and Traitors are wrapping around the same time. And I mean, The Bachelor is at the end too, but we got a few more weeks.
I'm okay for it to wrap. I'm okay.
I'm ready for it to wrap. I'm ready for like The Circle or something. I need something like.
No, I really want Love Island USA. I'm ready.
Yeah, no, I'm ready for Love Island USA too. When is that? Soon.
I have no idea.
Soon.
Is it?
Yes.
I thought it's like in June.
No, I think it's like soon. Isn't it in April?
No, it's definitely in June because it was like August and we were recapping it. Or maybe like July. Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense because it's summertime.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Anyways.
Everything will be better once it becomes like May, June, July.
And the weather.
That's what I mean. My whole psyche will be better.
Yes, indeed. And it's already getting better because it's been good weather this week. Not as cold, I'll say.
Yep. Okay. Enough about us rambling and bambling. We will see y'all next week. Have a great day, great night, whatever time you're listening. And that's a wrap.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.